Somebody called me a nerd the other day, and I took that as a compliment. Did I do that? Because when it comes to the NFL and numbers and analytics and even in life, and I think that's why I'm not too shabby here on this platform, because all I do is look into analytics because I absolutely love it. And while most people love Christmas, I love this time of year. Well, they happen in the same month, but I love the time of the NFL playoffs. How teams can make the playoffs. What does it take to be here? If this happens, then this team is out. Very similar to how it was last year. We were on the edge of our seats waiting for the outcome between the Seattle Seahawks and the LA Rams. And we know that the outcome of that game directly affected our playoff chances for the Detroit Lions. And that was because of a tie-breaking procedure head-to-head between the Seahawks and the Detroit Lions last year. We played them in the first quarter of the season, and we needed them to lose for us to have a chance to get in to the NFL playoffs. Everybody knows how that ended. And y'all are like, a lot of you guys don't believe that the Detroit Lions are going to make the playoffs, that they're not going to make it. I, for one, believe that they are for several reasons, but the majority of those reasons is because of how many wins we have at this point. So maybe this video can help you relax and you can have an idea of the chances that the Detroit Lions have to not only make the playoffs, but seeding and so on and so forth, right? So hopefully this is a way that I can kind of settle you down and give you some hope that your Detroit Lions in 2023 are not only going to win the division, in my opinion, but they are going to go to the playoffs. So I saw this article earlier this week. I made sure I emailed it to myself, archived it so I would have it to go back and make a video about it. But here is the NFC Playoff Picture from the ESPN.com. And a lot of you guys, these videos don't do well. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because you don't want to get your hopes up for something happening. But here is the NFC Playoff Picture. Now you can see here that the gray means 0 to, I guess, 25%. You have the blue, 26 to 50. The kind of dark blue, 51 to 75, and then 76 to 100 is black. Now, if you look here, to make the playoffs, this is heading into week 14, which is the week that we're in now. Right now, the Philadelphia Eagles have a greater than 99% chance to make the playoffs and clinch the division, 82%, bye week, which is the number 1 seed, 49%, and make the Super Bowl, 23%. If we go down here, San Francisco 49ers, same scenario. Dallas Cowboys, same scenario. Your Detroit Lions have a 98% chance to make the playoffs. They have an 89% chance to win their division. They have a 3% chance at the number 1 seed and a 6% chance to actually make the Super Bowl. That's not win the Super Bowl. That is make the Super Bowl. So this is why I am so confident of both of these. If you can see, if you go back to our kind of legend here, the black is 75% or more. This is what we're talking about. So the Detroit Lions are not only mathematically 98% chance to make the playoffs, they are also a 89% chance to win the division. Now, again, this is going into week 14, and all of that is going to change when it comes to heading into, the outcome of the games. When we see the games played on Sunday, then we'll know officially what the difference is as well. Now, I wanted to show you something else. These are the NFC playoff seeding chances. Now, again, the Detroit Lions have a 72% chance to have the 3rd seed. And that's what it's looking at right now, heading into the matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles happening this Sunday. That chance will go up with the loss by the Eagles, and that's how that is. So we have a 72% chance to make the 3rd seed, and it goes on from there. And that's how, now here we have a 14% chance to make the 2 seed. And they're not statistically, mathematically giving us a chance at the 1 seed, which I think that we do have a chance to get that 1 seed. Now, again, these are going into the week 14 matchups. And this is why I love doing this stuff. I love doing this stuff because it is fun. It makes my brain work, and I love to see what the outcome is going to be. So we're going to see a difference with the outcomes of these games. So it's not just me coming up with stuff, making stuff up. These are like put into machines, and these outcomes are what they come out with. So the Detroit Lions are in a great chance to be able to make the 3rd seed, 2nd seed, so on and so forth. So it even says that the Lions have we're in so good of a position. I want you to see this. Okay, we only show up 3 times on this graph. And remember, y'all, I told y'all that they setting this up. They're setting up this matchup, Detroit Lions versus Rams. One way or another, they're trying to get Matthew Stafford back to Ford Field, all right? But we only show up 3 times on this graph. Making the 3rd seed is the first time we show up, which is 72%. Then we show up again down here, 14%, making the 2nd seed. We never show up with the 1st seed, but then down here, we have a 6% chance to be the 6th seed. It is almost impossible for us to miss out on the 2023 NFL playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I'm so hard on the Detroit Lions. This is why that I talk the way I talk and I make the videos that I make, because we have an opportunity. You're talking about a team that we have 1 playoff win in over 30 years, right? I'm sorry, 1 playoff win in over 60 years. We have, I want to say, 12 appearances in the entire time we have been either in the Super Bowl era or the entire life of the Lions. It might be the Super Bowl era that we have 12 playoff appearances. We have never been to a Super Bowl. We have never won the NFC North. We have never obviously won the NFC conference, because that would mean both of those happen at the same time. You go to the Super Bowl. But the chances are so slim of us to miss the playoffs. This is a golden opportunity for the Detroit Lions. Why not maximize whatever potential you can, right? So this is why I'm so hard. We would have to collapse. We already got 9 wins. And even 9, the worst we could be was our best record last year. 1 more win, and that's we outdo that. We would have to lose 5 in a row just to equal last year's complete win total, right? So this is why I'm so tough on the Detroit Lions, on the staff, on Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, because we have an opportunity. We're going to be in a dance. That's 100%. We have a 6% chance to be the 6th seed, which means I want to say they said it was less than 1% for us to not even be in the playoffs, because that's how much of a start that we gave ourselves. So again, Lions have a golden opportunity to be, and here's the crazy part, to be like, to go the distance. I want to show you something. As I'm looking at this, currently at the making of this video, heading into week 14, well, we started it already with Thursday Night Football. Right now, the last 2 teams in the playoffs are, I forgot just that quick. The Rams are not there. Somebody else. But even so, the Rams have a 27% chance to get into the playoffs, and they're not even in the playoffs right now. They're not even in the play. It's the Vikings. The Vikings are 6th, and the Green Bay Packers are 7th at this moment. And with that being said, they have the Rams a 27% chance to get in. That was heading into last night's game. So again, this is why I do what I do. This is why I talk my talk, because we have an opportunity. We cannot give this up. You might say we're ahead of schedule. I disagree. And I think Brad and Dan feel the same way. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe this chart helped you believe. I will link it in the description below as well, so you can take a look at it and look at the other stuff that they have. But maybe this will help you see that, hey, I don't just come up with this stuff. And I love doing this type of stuff. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are super duper close, I think, at 16,350. So hopefully we can hit 16.4 by the end of the Lions game if you guys subscribe to the channel. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.